Are you ready to take a trip down memory lane? In this video, we are looking at the top characters that have fallen from grace, the characters that were once very good, near the top of the meta, and are not there anymore. And we are discussing this with my brother, OhemGee. And if you're ready for it, guys, MobileGamer OhemGee, tell them what to do, brother.
Let's go win the game. No.
ValleyFlyin.
What is up, Valley Maniacs? I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. And in this video, I am joined by my brother, OhemGee, MobileGamer, Mobile Boomer, the man with 1,000 nicknames. And we are discussing...
My list is better. No,
I got a list too. Yeah, we're going to do a list on your channel. And these lists are for these characters that used to be so good. They used to be in the meta. We do top 10 lists, and they have been part of these top 10 lists, the top 10 characters in the game at some point. But not anymore, not getting the usage. Either they're trash, not able to be used, or just not as good as they once were. And we were talking about the top 5. What do you think of these characters?
You made your list first, so my list is obvious. I think you've got the clearer cut list. Mine's a little bit more nuanced, but anyways, yeah. Well, it's a good list.
It is based on usage. It's based on usage, and it makes me sad as well because I used to love these characters.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get to it, brother.
Number 5.
All right, and coming in at number 5 on this list is our boy Nick Fury. Now, if you guys have been playing this game for a while, you remember at one point, Shield was everywhere. They were the top arena team, top arena defense team, top raid team. There was no war back then, but recently with the addition of Coulson, I guess it's been over a year at this point, they were a top meta war defense team, but not so much anymore. Fury, I don't see him used in hardly any game modes outside of Blitz and War, and even on War defense, even with Coulson, not as scary as they once were.
Yeah.
How sad did this make you?
This guy broke the game, actually. This guy was like the best everywhere. And the thing was they were good in all game modes, which they've actually really have done really tried to not let that happen again. Like we're one team for everywhere all the time. It seems like the kits are specific to be good in certain areas, which I think personally is a good thing based on what happened with Nick Fury. But yeah, then they were like good almost everywhere. Like they were good, not terrible. And now they're just like, wow, this is almost a skippable legendary character. Like if you're a new player coming into the game, he's not a priority, that's for sure. Yeah,
especially with that Kree farm. You know, they get their rework.
Oh yeah.
When they were first unlocking Nick Fury, they were total trash. They got reworked. They're usable now, but even Kree, Nick Fury, not as desirable as they once were. And this does make me sad because they're so dominant.
The problem with that Kree work is that they were when they finally did rework the Kree, they were okay when they reworked them. You know what I mean?
They're usable.
And which means
they reworked them from trash to usable.
Which means that years later, that's not good. I mean, they've just fallen. I mean, it's. If you're building a team today that is okay right now, today, this moment, what is that going to look like 2 years from now? Well, they're going to fall. That's why you work on the best now, and then hopefully you get 6 months of usage out of it.
Yeah, and hopefully when they fall, they're still in the top 10. But Nick Fury, rest in peace, brother. Hopefully you will have your day again.
Number 4.
All right, and coming at number 4 is another legendary character at one point was on the BKT team. I guess it's still on the BKT team, but BKT was everywhere. I mean, there were some people using BKT in arena raids. They were the top raid team for a while, going against war against this team, going with this team in war. They were everywhere, but not as much anymore. Even Dark Dimension 2. This was one of the required characters along with Minerva for Dark Dimension 2 when that mode first came out. Now you can do it with a bunch of characters, but Star-Lord, where are you using him now? Is he getting any usage from him outside of maybe a war and a blitz team?
Yeah, defensive war team, and I think there might be still some value for someone going for him early game, but he falls off pretty quickly. I think you might still be able to get some value out of him out of Dark Dimension 2, but if I'm being frank, I think there's a lot of other solutions to Dark Dimension 2 than Star-Lord. There's not much. I mean, not much there anymore. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's so disappointing. I mean, his energy is the energy battery, and that will always have him a place in this game. But yeah, for me right now, there's so many better options for different teams that it's so sad that my boy Star-Lord has fallen off to where he has. But
he still gets extra points for dancing, though.
He's one of my favorite. He's dancing all the time. Look at this animations. Come on now.
Yeah,
that is
he
some good
always
stuff.
Dances. Yeah.
Which is why he's at number 4, not number 5, because of his dance moves.
Number 3.
All right, and coming in at number 3, Captain Marvel. And this one is also very sad. Now, she has not fallen as far. She's still a very usable character, still a very important part of a Young Avengers team, especially with ISO 8 kind of bringing her back into the fold. But when she was released, she was one of the top characters, if not the top character in the game. And on War Defense, you see a Captain Marvel there early on in when War was first released. Like, oh my goodness, this is not going to be a good fight.
Yeah.
And she was so scary. She was a one-man army. Didn't matter who the other 4 was because Captain Marvel was so scary. But now, you're all over the place. There's so many ways to deal with her. And outside of War and Blitz, I'm not really using her. I don't use her in Ultimate 7. Don't see her in Raids. In Arena. I mean, yeah, so she has fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, because I do that monthly video where, I rate characters for usefulness on a scale of 0 to 6, and 2 is kind of like the staple. And she, used to be like used everywhere. No. I mean, you could still make a case for turn 1 in PvP, with a Loki combo or something, but she's not getting used anywhere outside of defense on War and Blitz, which is kind of sad because she was so good back in the day. She's still good.
She's still good.
She's still actually pretty decent, but
there's just better characters. She's not a top 10 character anymore.
Yeah, there's just better characters now.
Yeah, so Carol, one day maybe there will be a team that synergizes well with you, but as of now, not in the meta.
Number 2.
All right, coming in at number 2 is our boy Yondu. Now, if you have been playing this game for a while, since global release, you will remember how good Yondu once was. He's a jack of all trades, stealing debuffs, doing all kind of things, and he was probably one of the best characters, if not the best characters in the beta. Still very good at global launch, but he's suffered through a few reworks. His minions aren't as strong. He's not summoning as many minions, and just no team. I don't think I'm even using him on a sure to win Blitz team. Even maybe actually I am using him with Ultron, but Ultron is making the team. Yondu is just there for his collection power. Yondu getting any use nowadays after being one of the top characters in the game, close to global launch.
No, nothing, nowhere. Not using this guy at all. Completely benched. And yeah, he was a staple arena character for the first couple months. You got to keep in mind when the game came out, there was no team synergy other than hand, and that was very loose. But it wasn't even really there wasn't really even team synergy. So this guy, maybe there'll be some sort of Ravager rework, maybe Taserface, who knows, but doesn't look good for Yondu, really.
Yeah, nowadays not that good. I think hopefully he will get a rework when the Ravagers, the rumored Ravager rework comes. Hopefully that'll include a Taserface or some other name character. But right now, so sad. Yondu, he did so much back in the day. It's just so sad that he is homeless right now, and his kit is just not stood the test of time.
Number 1.
All right, and coming in at number 1 for the characters that have fallen the hardest, it is this guy Vision. Now, I also do a top 10 list every month, more on the free-to-play characters. This character was on the top for so long, for so many months. Yeah. I was wondering, will he ever be dethroned? And then when I started putting usage in there, that's when he started falling off. And now, right now, I don't really have a use for him. Important part of the power armor team. If you don't have Ironheart, still very good on that team. Still is in a good Tech Nerva type hybrid team with that old BKT replacing Thanos. Yeah. As people are using him with success on an Avengers team, but compared to where he once was, just not really a solid home for him. Not really a solid place to put him. No real way to make use of that Scarlet Witch synergy either. So what are you doing with your Vision right now?
I have him on defense in War with the Tech Nerva, and he. But here's the thing: is I kind of last hurrah for him was that I was using him in PvP with Hela and to spread the ability block. But X23 is just better in so many different ways than he is. So that's not even a thing anymore.
Yeah, so sad, so sad. Still so annoying as well, especially when you see him on the AI's team with all those dodges that he could do.
Yeah.
He dodges way more on the enemy AI than when he's on my team.
For him. There's hope. They got WandaVision coming out. Maybe there's hope for him.
Maybe there is. Maybe we'll get another character for Supernatural so that we can have Scarlet Witch and Vision on the same team finally. That makes sense, and be using them together. But as of right now, just not used as much. And he was pretty bad when he first came out, but he had a rework. And when he had that rework, one of the best characters in the game, and still very good. Just not really a good solid team for him that you want to put him on. I don't really know where I'm using him right now as a replacement for BKT, but yeah, Blitz and War Defense, pretty much it. I don't really use Vision at all other than that nowadays. All right, so those were the top 5. I do want to mention a couple honorable mentions that have fallen off. Just get your quick thoughts on them. Defenders.
Well, all of them?
All of them.
All the
whole team.
Yeah,
the whole team. They were.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
They were a pretty good team.
I don't even, a lot of people say, well, if they give Punisher the defender tag, that might change things. I'm not even sure anymore.
It would change it slightly. It is. Even with that, how can they compete with Black Order? How can they compete with symbiotes?
I don't think so.
Not really. All right, Rocket, kind of in a Star-Lord category, important part of BKT. I don't use him at all except on Blitz and War Defense right now. What are your thoughts on Rocket right now?
Oh, he's exactly the same as Star-Lord.
All right, Quake, still very usable, important part of that Inhumans team, but back in the day, she was probably you could make the argument she was a top 3 character in the entire game.
She was paired up with Black Widow
and Captain America for that triumphant. That was
and it was those 3 on every team. But here's the thing: is Black Widow and Captain America kind of have a place right now where they're useful a little bit, and Quake is the dead weight on that Inhuman team. Her and Karnak are just dead weight.
Well, it was the meta back then, the speed, the slow, and all that stuff. But now, even with that, you pair them together, it's just not as important in today's meta. Scientist Supreme, this girl was getting so much use. Ultima 7, using her all around Resurrects. I don't use her at all anymore. I don't even use them on raids.
Video.
I don't use them on War Blitz. I use them, but that's about it.
We're gonna talk about her in my video.
Oh, all right. Well, we're gonna go more detailed, but yes, she has fallen off. Night Nurse, one of the best healers for raids back in the day, but trash now. I don't even know where you would place her. Her heal is so weak now, but at one point it was one of the best heals in the game. And then Gamora, Nobu, very good. Back in 2018, these were some of the top characters in the game. Fell off last year and just not good at all. Any thoughts on these characters?
They're in my video.
Okay, we'll go more detailed with that. All right, guys. So yeah, see, there is another video. There's another top 10 list, and all different characters. All different characters. So check out OhemGee's video. Different characters. We're going to talk about those, and based on your usage. So some different ones, because this was based on where I'm using them right now. Final thoughts. Where can they find you, my friend?
Oh, I've been hanging out on Twitch more lately. We've been having fun over there.
Very fun. I see. There's a lot of hype with that. So check out the
streams. Yeah.
Every reset. Every reset. What is that? The Blitz server reset. That is
server. Well, yeah. So that's when like the new blitzes start, new packs come out. When your Alliance donation resets. I'm on Twitch. And we're finding the bugs. We find all the bugs every day.
Yes, beta testers. The group of beta testers there.
Yeah, on patch days, it's a big day. We get a lot of people coming out because there's always something a little bit off. It's been a lot of fun to find it.
Yes, that's where I find a lot of bugs by watching your stream as well with your community.
Yeah, so. They're all getting discovered on patch day. That's for sure.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this trip down memory lane to some of these characters that were good, not as good as they once were, and hopefully one day they will get back into this usable level if they're not usable at all and have a good team. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Subscribe, smash the like button, join the notification squad, leave a comment, all that good good stuff, guys. I will see you on Twitch. I stream in the mornings on Twitch, so hopefully I'll see you guys there. And check out the links for OhemGee's channel, all the stuff. Give me a Hulk fist bump before you go, brother. ValleyFlyin and OhemGee out.